Hello everyone, Geoffrey here from the Wood Studio, and as you can see I have in my hands the first pre-production copy for Wildscale Swamps, the Explorers of the Woodlands expansion. So without waiting any longer, let's just crack it open. Alright, we got the copy unwrapped. Wow, this is looking very nice here already. I love the colors. Let's get the shrink wrap off. And as you can see, you require Explorers of the Woodlands to play with. So I do know that this copy will not hold the plastic train side because it's not finished yet. But all the rest should pretty much be here. Oh, cool. We got the cards already. Let's check this out. So these would be all your dice. As you probably know, if you've seen the Kickstarter campaign, there's lots of dice that come in. Way more ways to get additional combat dice in that game. Plus you can play up to 5 players. So there's one more hero die and also one more brand die here. Alright, that's super nice. We have got Arthur's Meeple here, the 5th player. 5th hero, playable character if you will. It's looking very good. It's the same quality usually as the core game. We've really been asking the factory to try and keep the exact same quality as much as possible compared to the core game. So we have here the rulebook, which we've shared online in the previous Kickstarter update, sorry. Oh, that's nice. And yeah, as you probably know, we've spent quite some time making sure this rulebook is really nice from the get-go. We have here a table of contents with everything you find inside. All the components are here. How to set up the river, the new stuff, the boat, the new monster trophies, mechanics, the amulet cards, the Swamp Fever cards, which are both new components to the game. Some of the new loot cards also allow you to upgrade your inventory slots, for instance. Then you have the Athu part, the Swamp Monsters part, additional rules, the new bosses here, new tokens. And so then you have the game variants. As you may know, Wildscale Swamps comes with many variants. 3 smaller variants, if you will. So the booster boots to go quicker around the swamps. The Tangle of Thorns, just to use different thorns every time you have to roll for thorns. Rough Waters on the river, but also a main big variant to totally overhaul and change the way the boss fight works. So yeah, Unchained boss mode is here with 10 boss tokens, 3 Unchained combat cards, 19 armor tokens, and 1 +1 power die marker. So this is all looking very nice. You have all the bosses and passive and active abilities here, and how to use that mode. All right, cool. This is looking good already. Then you have, which is new to the Explorers of the Woodlands universe, if you will, a new campaign book. So this one has not only the 3 new chapters, but there's also the chapter 6 that was previously released for free online. As you can see, actually, there's a bit of difference between those images, which is on purpose. We have several posings for these characters, so I'll let you find that by yourselves. So yeah, campaign rules here. Then the chapter 6, that was for the core game only, so this one is still for 4 players. And the new Wildscale Swamps campaign, chapter 7. The Ballista card, Ballista token. Well, this is looking very nice. The colors and everything looks real nice. Chapter 8. I don't want to spoil too much, so, well, obviously you can see everything if you pause the video, but if you don't want to spoil yourselves, I will not let these pages open too long. All right. So we have here the player aid for the expansion. So there's both sides on it. So all the new monster marker stuff, the new bosses combat skills, all of the icons that you will find on all the tiles, the tokens and what they do, amulets, swamp fevers, using the rowboat, just a reminder, monster trophies, and some stuff for the Unchained boss mode as well. This is so cool. So we have here the new punch boards. So I was told by the factory that the colors are a bit too, I can see that already. It's a bit too, you know, shiny here, so the actual colors will be fixed for the actual production. Okay, cool. Well, you have 3 new types of monsters in the game. These are for campaign basically also too. So you will have several of these punch boards. You also get one of each from the previous types of monsters with different skills all the time, obviously, and different rewards. Oh, this is the 2D version of the boat, so the one that you'll get for the retail version. But of course, probably if you're watching this video, you backed the game, whether it be on Kickstarter or GameFound through a late pledge. So you will also get a boat, which I do not have the actual final versions yet. But again, if you've never seen it, this is what you will get for free with your Kickstarter or GameFound pledge. All right, this is looking neat as well. These are Unchained Boss tokens. You can see which boss you have, plus the active and passive abilities here. All right, all the other bosses are here. So of course there's 10 bosses total now in the game with the expansion. So each of them gets an Unchained Boss mode token as well. These are 19 armor tokens for the Unchained Boss mode. I'll probably, if possible, record a video to showcase exactly how to play with that Unchained Boss mode, because it is quite different than the core game experience. Here we have fire tokens for the campaign mode, and on this side, well, the fire has extinguished, so to speak. All right. Then we have the new tiles, forest tiles and river tiles, of course. Okay, this is cool. The river merchant. The new boss tile here for the river. Yeah, again, the colors are a bit too shiny and not exactly the ones that they will be in the final game, but of course it'll look like it does on the previews on Kickstarter and everything. Okay, this is cool. Oh, some of them already are punching out. Love these. This is for the river variant here. Some new chest tokens as well. Okay. The new start tile too. This is the one you use when you play the expansion. There's also new forest tiles as well, not only river. Okay, cool. That's the other one, the altar ruins, on which you can get some pretty cool stuff. All right, bear traps as well for the campaign mode. This is Athu's playboard. There's a bit of dust on here. This is looking real neat. New powers and everything. Backside of it looks like this. Now let's get to the cards, because there's lots of cards in that expansion. Way more than you may expect. All right, I've got the cards open now. So, well, first of all, there will be a turnaround sequence, which if you really know the rules for the core game, you won't necessarily need, but if you haven't played for a while, then this will be super useful. There's also a small explanation card, just basically telling you that you will find 5 replacement cards for the core game. So this lists all, and it also explains that all the new cards bear an expansion icon, just so you can find them easily. That icon here, for instance, the paddles. All right, so we have here the cards for the Unchained Boss mode, on which again the armor tokens will be placed here. So more on that on the Kickstarter updates and on the rulebook and everything. But these look nice, and you have here the amount of armor tokens you should defeat depending on how many players there are currently playing. Okay, what else do we have? We have here the rest of the thing. Okay, Ballista card. This is for the campaign mode. I won't spoil too many details, but it's looking good as well. You have all the new event cards, sorry. Okay. Then you will have, well, there's even more events than I remember. 26 new loot cards, if I'm not mistaken, which is quite a lot. 2 edible roots, yes, the second one is here. Or bound dagger, triboard, lots and lots of new weapons, items, new ways to use new skills, and yeah, this is very exciting. The colors look actually perfect on these cards compared to the forest tiles and everything. This is one of my favorite illustrations by Geoffrey. The Arcane Relic, new potions as well, again, new types of weapons, new spells too. Basically all the things you may need to explore the swamps, hopefully safely. More in cards for the in mini expansion. These ones are a bit different. They're both a little more narrative, but also they are more optional, and they also use some more mechanics as well. Some of the new mechanics being, for instance, that you can keep your monster trophies. When you defeat the monsters, you keep them. More Thorns cards. There should be 2, maybe the other one is somewhere else. New cards, let's keep these ones aside for 1 sec. the new boss cards. So these are the 3 new bosses from the expansion for the regular, the standard play. This is a replacement card for this boss, which was a little bit nerfed because it was a little too strong for 2 players in the core game. The new rage card for monsters, and then the new rage card for bosses. And now let's get back to these cards here. So you will actually notice that some of them do not have this small petals icon, which is because these 4 ones are to replace the ones from the core game. It's the same exact powers, but it's just it's been rewritten so that there's no more questions about them. Hopefully, this is something that should be even easier to understand than the former cards. So we thought there's a revised edition, why not offer it in the expansion as well, just in case. And these are the updated, the new power cards for the heroes. If you don't know, they have more powers now. So once you've unlocked unique power 1 and 2, then there's unique power 3, and then a channeled power, which you can only use once per game. All right, we're almost done here. There's one last pack of cards to open. So there's 2 more types of cards to check out real quick. They're both new to the expansion. So these are the Swamp Fever cards. You can only have 1 of them. These are basically diseases that you get from some enemies or some events. Be dazed or hasty or drained. Yeah, cool. Blighted, seasick, and shunned. All right. I'm making a mess. I'll have to sort through these cards afterwards. And now you have also, so you have 9 of these and 11 amulets, 11 different amulets. And again, you may only have 1 different per playing character. So you will never get to use them all in one game during the same game. I mean, healing amulet, concentration. Yeah, some of them actually upgrade your powers. Like whenever you use concentration, you get extra stuff. Or some of them are just simple, like Amulet of Poison Ward. You can discard your poison token, for instance. Yeah, they're all different, but they're all cool bonuses. So Amulet's good, Swamp Fever is bad. All right, that about wraps it up for this video. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for supporting the game on Kickstarter, GameFound, whatever. We cannot wait to actually print this. This is all looking real nice. So yeah, again, this was Geoffrey. Thanks for your support on Wildscale Swamps, and we'll see you soon.